This video is sponsored by Sketchfab. Stick around to see how you can get high quality 3D models for free. Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Ask NK. Today we're taking a look at the BrinkLink Studio 2.0. Actually, we're going to be taking a look at the beta version that is currently available, and this used to be popularly known as Stud.io, and it is a tool which you can use to build, render, and also create amazing Lego piece. Now, BrinkLink is the world's largest place where you can get tons of Lego pieces. You can also buy and sell your Lego pieces right here, and it just simply makes sense that they have a tool which you can grab for free and you can start working with it. For those who like to download this is available for Windows, Mac, and there's also an early access for the beta version that is currently happening right now, and you may want to also come through and get it. Now, once you download the main version, this is what you get. Amazing user interface, pretty nice stuff that you can work with, and if you choose to download the beta version, this is what you get. So there is little to no discrepancies in terms of what you'll be able to do with the both of them. I just think that the changes that you might get to find is the icon change or the logo change, and on the other hand, you would also notice that there's a color validator that you don't get with the original one. Other than that, everything seems to be the same. Maybe a tiny UI update in terms of fonts and all that, but everything seems to be the same. So how you work with this is super simple. You have a gigantic viewport where you can do all of your design. You have this, which is more like the tools which you will be needing from time to time in case you would like to select stuff by different types. You can make that selection from here. You can invert your selection if you want. If you would like to hinge stuff, you want to make clones, hide, connect, we're going to talk about this. How you can work with collision, makes sense to see that this exists. There's also the snapping. Right here is where you get to find all the Lego pieces that you would be needing to make your amazing Lego work. So depending on the kind of Lego you like to make, you find them there. Right over here is your color palette, and of course you get to find a couple of things there. Depending on the things you have within your viewport, you'd also find it around your step list, which is more like an inspector actually. You can choose to hide this, you can choose to delete them, and fun stuff, you can also choose to split this. So you can choose to split this as different or individual piece. And if you hover around this tiny button right here, you'll be able to make rotations and you'll be able to move. So you can now move this piece however you want. Now, in terms of how you work within your viewport, it's super simple. As with your right mouse button, if you click and drag, you'll be able to orbit. With your middle mouse button, if you click and drag, you'll be able to pan, and your mouse wheel is for rolling in and rolling out. You can also choose to play with how you want these things to be viewed. So depending on how you want to view this, orthographic view looks cool if this is what you're going for, and perspective view looks awesome. So with this here, how then do you place things, and what are the kind of things that you have access to? You have a lot. Yes, a whole lot of things that you have access to. So to check them out, I would suggest that you spread this and scan through them. There is just a whole lot of things. So depending on the kind of Lego design that you're going for, you would definitely find it here. So from just the default bricks that you have, all the way to different kinds of slopes that you might want to get. And if you're looking for things like tiles, there's just a lot of tiles. So basically everything that you're looking for to creating a Lego piece is right here. So you definitely don't need to spend so much time trying to model these things anymore. So with this here, let's actually build something. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of all of this. And by the way, if you also like to rotate these things, you can proceed to hover around here, click on this button, and you can use this to make your rotation, or you can click on this tiny section where you can type in stuff and you can type how many degrees you want to rotate this. It's also worth knowing that these things get to snap to a certain point. So in this case, if we say we would like to create something like this, so we'll go for a body like this, we can scan through, click, and just simply click to drop that, right click to get rid of that, go for the head, and we can also, let's just get some funny head. And this way, if I hover around this, you would notice that this doesn't seem to work. We get to see this transparency thing happening because the collision is turned on. So if I just right click and turn off the collision and click on this one more time, you would notice that it starts intersecting, and this makes sense. So it makes sense because in most cases you just want these things to snap to a given point, or you don't want to have that intersection happening, and you can use this. Something else which you can use is the connect feature. So if you turn on the connect and you click and you go over to the point, automatically it snaps to that point and it stays. So this is also something that would save you so much time, especially if you don't want to start dealing with precision, trying to know if this actually fits in properly or not. This is definitely going to get you up to speed with it. And in other cases, if you like to also select multiple parts, if you select a part, hold down Control, select the next part, you can also hover around here and use this button to move these things up. Now you'd also notice that we're moving these based on the snapping point or based on a grid point. And to actually play with this grid point, you need to go over here, click on this button, and you can use this. So if you select this, it means that you're having a much more smaller grid that you can work with. And if you click on the button and select a tighter grid, you'd also notice that you have a much more, smaller grid that you can work with compared to what we had previously when we were working with this. Let's just go ahead and just grab some random miniature legs, click and get that right there, right click. So let's check for the hands, and I think for the hands we should be able to find them right here. So one other thing which you can do is if you click down under here where you have the minifigure body part, you can go over to the body part section, and from here you'll be able to find some hands. So I can click on the left, and because we already have connect turned on, let's actually go ahead and turn on connect. So just turn on the connect, click on this button, and then you have that there. Right click to let go, click on the right arm, and right there you have it. So this makes it even way easier for you to go in and start placing things. And of course you can go through and pick up from different sets of models that exist. And in this case, if you like to play with the mini doll section, you can play with them and get some very amazing stuff. So it just makes sense to see that there's a tool like this that offers artists the access to start making things like this, especially for those who like to do things like stop motion, and also for those who like to create Lego pieces that they might want to sell. And one other thing to keep in mind is just in case you want to get inspired by some of the works that's been done before, if you go over to file, you can see that there's certain recent ones that you can open up. So we can proceed to open up this one, and you can see that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Apple Mac, and we can also proceed to see the Cougar. So these are some very nice ones that you can see. You can play with them, you can validate them, and do some more amazing stuff. So at any point you like to change the color of a certain part, you can go over here, you can select the color type that you want, and then it shows you a list of solid colors that you might want to pick from, and then you can select a given color, and that way you've given this a color. And of course, if you like to select certain things based on the colors or based on several parts that they have, if you go over to the select section, you can select them based on the connected parts. So you can select all of them because they are all connected. If you like to just do a simple selection, you can obviously do a simple marquee selection to select all of this and then proceed to export it. So exporting this to your DCC app is super simple. Go over to file, go over to export as, and you can export this as a Collada file, which you can bring into your Blender tool or maybe into any other DCC app of choice. Light this however you want, and then you can proceed to do some amazing rendering. And for those who like to share the models, you can click on file, go over to export, and then export it to Sketchfab, which brings us to talking about our sponsors, Sketchfab. Sketchfab is an amazing place where you can buy, sell 3D models, and at the same time you can preview these 3D models in real time directly within your browser. So at any point in time you would like to take a look at the 3D model before you proceed to download it, Sketchfab is the beautiful place that you can check out these things. And for those who like to simply download Lego pieces and you don't want to go in and start searching for those Legos, you just want to hit the download button and get Lego piece that you can work with, Sketchfab has tons and tons of models that you can pick from. So all you have to do is type in the word Lego, and there are lots of Lego pieces that you can download totally for free, and you can start using them for your animation. It is worth knowing that Sketchfab consistently give you free models every single week. So if you like to get free models, all you need to do is go over to Explore, go over to Downloadables, and you can see models that you can download every single week. And of course, if you like to buy, sell, share your own 3D models for the world to see, Sketchfab is the right place for you. So this is more like it. For those who like to download this tool, go over to Brinklink.com where you can download their free tool that you can start working with. Brinklink also has a part designer that gives you access to tools that you can use to design your Lego piece however you choose. This is currently in its beta, and sometime in the future we'll also proceed to talk about it. And that's about it. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section, and of course if there's any other Lego tool that you've tried before or probably you would like us to try on the channel, please put that in the comment section as well, and we'll do our best to do a video about it. And of course if you like this video or you learned something from this, you can go ahead and give a like, and don't forget to share with a friend. And if you're new here, it's going to be amazing for you to hit the subscribe button and also turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next video or the next update. And until I see you guys again with a tutorial update, Free Friday, Tutorial Tuesday, tips and tricks, things like this. Peace.